Okay, so this is our battery terminal, positive, negative, a couple of battery clamps. We're going to install this in a Toyota Coaster and I'll show you the rest of it. Okay, so here's our two batteries on a Toyota Coaster. We have the positive, the negative and a loop. So these batteries are in series, so two 12-volt batteries in series making up 24 volt. Positive to negative, negative to positive, and then negative off here, so 24 volt, and here to here 12, and here to here 12. These batteries are replaced, but we ran some auxiliary lights off one side of the battery and it cooked it. As you can see, this one here has the no green in there. This one here has a bit of green, you can see it, a bit of green. This one has no green, so we're going to replace that, put some better clamps on it. Hopefully we're going to clean up all this and put this in there, and once again one of these on this side. These are going to be the hardest ones here, those big huge ones. Hopefully it'll fit. Let's see how we go. Okay, so halfway mark on the negative terminal. As you can see, that's my old one. I've had to slice them all off. I'm going to be putting in my nice new gold one using Allen key H3. So I'm going to start with the heavy duty ones and work my way till we have them all nice and cleaned up. Okay, so this is part two. This is the finished product. So I've put new batteries in there, I've put new battery clamps, and I've put new battery terminals. There's a few that I've had to extend along the side here, being an older bus. I found an old wire here, so I had to extend that, bring that around. The starter motor one as well, I've had to cut that and extend that as well. These are the terminal blocks I bought from Jaycar. With the positive one, it actually clips on there quite nicely. With the negative one, the terminal actually protrudes. So this is on a slide angle here, as you can see, but it's actually clipped in over the top there. Still, but nothing's going to touch it. I've got my fuses down the back here. This wire here I've attached for my Jaycar smart charger. So once every month I'll plug that in for 4 or 5 hours. That'll keep my batteries floating. I have my other fuses here, which is one for the solar. I have two solar panels, two tiny solar panels going through a regulator with a fuse going into the battery as well. That keeps it charged up, but I think that's failed and I'll probably have to replace that. Then I've got a fuse on for my charger line. I've got another one down there for my red arc. One of the problems was it wasn't very accessible, to change the fuses. But on the good news, all I've got to do is just undo this, and then I can just lift these out to do it. Probably should be disconnecting the positive anyway when you're doing fuses. And the next thing is too that they very rarely go. The next thing is with this conduit. I've used double conduiting on there. Double conduiting electrical tape, made sure none of my other conduiting is actually hitting up hard against the chassis, because last thing I want is something to wear or to arc out. So I'm just checking all that, making sure there is good gap. As you can see, nothing's actually pushed up hard against the chassis when it moves. The next, one of the other things was the battery clamping. I was using a piece of aluminium before, just straight across from left to right, squeezing these batteries down. It worked for 2 years, but now I've put in new batteries just to be sure. Better to have new batteries. And these ones have the little indicator here as well. Green with red in the circle is okay. Red on the outside with white in the middle means add water, and red in the middle with white on the outside means recharge. So basically the batteries got left for a few months, the regulator stopped working, the batteries went, they drained down, and then I tried to recharge them and the little green light didn't come back, so I ended up just replacing both. Two new batteries, $170 a piece. The brackets were about $10 from Jaycar's once again. I bent this one here so I could use one peg holding down two, and as you see they're rock solid, so I like that. I cut down these bolts as well. They don't come with spring washers on them, so that's pretty shitty. I'm going to see how that goes, and if later on I need to, I'll introduce a spring washer. I like my terminals being covered. nothing's really going to come out. I've just added this. You don't need to add this. This is just in case. I can just flick that down there like that and plug into it when I get home off my trip if need be, or I could just lift the lid and plug into it when it's up here. Just sits in there like that. Doesn't really matter, it's fused anyway. And that's about it. Now it's time to pack up and clean up, and I'm going to put in my last link, which is just the standard one. So it goes from positive to negative, and it jumps over to the other positive and then out through here. So that's your negative 24, that's your positive 24, and these little terminals are actually marked as well. See that little positive right in the middle, right there and right there. They are hex keys as well. I'm going to give them a try. I've tightened them what's known as shit tight, as tight as you can without stripping. If they do come loose in any description, I'll probably try a little bit of Loctite on the screw threads. But yeah, I'm gonna trial them. These two Jaycar terminals are about $25 a piece. You get them cheaper off from China, but might as well just buy them locally. They're cheap enough. So I'm going to try them and see how they go on a 24 volt Toyota Coaster system. Thanks for watching.